going on, guys? Welcome back to United View. How is everybody doing? It's another match day. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Yes, it's a match day. Manchester United are at Goodison Park for the lunchtime kickoff against Everton. How is everybody doing? Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, as we get closer and closer and closer and closer to 100k. I don't even know what it is at the moment. I know it's like 99.1 maybe. So let's just, if you haven't already, now's the time. As I mentioned, there are really exciting stuff that we've got planned for once we get to 100k. So quicker we get there, the quicker the excitement happens. Yeah. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Of course, we'll get your chats up on the screen as well, super chats and in the free seats. Last time I did the match view, which of course was last week, the game was so dull that we just started talking about other stuff. So who knows what's going to happen today? Who knows? Lux Hill says, I thought KG was going to do the match view today. Not complaining about you though, Owen. KG is going to be back on the match view next week. He is having internet. He's at war with his internet provider, essentially. And he is getting his internet back up and running. Well, he's getting his new internet next week. And he just basically doesn't want to have it where basically you're all following the game, we're all getting excited, and then the internet keeps dropping out, all that kind of stuff. But he is going to be doing the full-time view with some guests today as well. He's going to be doing it with James and DJ. So immediately, once I'm done, you don't even have to go anywhere.
Not registered.
What's going on there? There you go, turn that off. You don't even have to go anywhere. I don't know why that was going there. Did you hear some noise for a second there? I saw some levels that there was some noise going on. Turn that off. God, trying to get involved with what I'm saying. We're not having that. What was I saying? Oh yes, full-time view. KG is going to be joined by DJ and James today. So you don't even have to go anywhere. You don't even have to go anywhere at all. This stream will redirect you to KG after the game. I think we'll probably wait like 15 minutes once the game's over. Sometimes you do need to have a little bit of compression, to decompress a little bit and just be like, okay. And then KG's going to be chatting with James and DJ. So you are going to get your fix of KG today as well. Let's talk about the starting lineup. Dave Jenkins says, Owen, 2 keepers on the bench, says it all, pal. Let's talk about the starting lineup. What a segue that is. Let's go into the starting 11, which you can see right there. We've got David De Gea in goal. There's actually 6 changes. 6 changes for Manchester United. Everton have like 4 changes, I think, today. We'll talk about Everton in a second. But Manchester United have 6. You can count them there. 6 changes for Manchester United. De Gea stays in goal. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's in for Diogo Dalot. We've got a Wan-Bissaka appearance in the starting 11 and no KG. You can almost, if you listen close enough, just close enough, you can probably hear the cheers of KG for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka's back in. Victor Lindelof replaces Rafael Varane, who is injured. Of course, Ralf Rangnick revealed that yesterday. Harry Maguire stays in defence. He's actually the only one of that back 4 that played last week against Leicester. He's the only remaining person because, of course, Alex Telles replaces Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw's having an operation, I think today. Was it today? He's removing the screws, the bolts from his leg from when it was broken back in 2015. He's going to be out for around 2 or 3 weeks. But again, I just feel like surgery. I know surgery, you can have non-invasive surgery and all that kind of stuff, but surgery, right? So Luke Shaw, apparently he's going to be out for 2 or 3 weeks. I suspect it would probably be longer, but I'm not a doctor. So Telles is in. Nemanja Matic comes into the squad as well. Of course, no Scott McTominay. He's also injured. He's got an issue with the sole of his foot. Fred remains in the squad. Bruno Fernandes is back to playing in midfield as opposed to being up front. Jadon Sancho keeps his place. Marcus Rashford comes in for Anthony Elanga. And Cristiano Ronaldo returns after missing last week's game through illness as well. So 6 changes for Manchester United today. Look at the substitute bench. As it was mentioned previously, 2 goalkeepers on the bench in Henderson and Heaton. Dalot drops to the bench, of course, because Wan-Bissaka's playing. We've got Phil Jones, the almighty Phil Jones, on the bench as well. Hannibal, Mata, Lingard, Paul Pogba is on the bench today. He had a little bit of an interaction with Rio Ferdinand on BT Sport. I don't know if you saw that. As that was going on. But Paul Pogba is on the bench, as is Anthony Elanga. So that's the Manchester United starting lineup today. Thoughts on it? I mean, again, a bit of a peek behind the curtain. I always, for whoever's doing the match view or on social media, you try and predict the starting 11 so you can get whatever out as quickly as possible. And I had a version of what I thought we were going to see today, and this wasn't the version, definitely. I thought that Dalot would play. The rest of the back four, I guess, kind of picks itself considering the injuries that we have. Matic, I mean, I thought he was going to maybe go with a bit more of a progressive midfield of Bruno, Fred and Pogba. I'm not totally shocked, I would say, that Matic starts, because whilst he's a defensive midfielder, sometimes he can actually be quite progressive, and he's one of the only people that will actually be willing to pass the ball forward. We saw against Atletico away. So Sancho keeping his place was not a surprise as well. Rashford coming in. Look, whatever happens with Rashford at the moment is a surprise, isn't it? Like when last week, when you have a situation where we've got no striker and he's on the bench, everyone's like, oh, that's a bit surprising. When he plays, it's like, oh, that's a bit surprising because he's so out of form. So everything when it comes to Marcus Rashford, I guess, is somewhat surprising at the moment, isn't it? So it's hope and pray settings today. Even though it's a side we should be beating, it's a side that's way out of form and struggling. They lost to Burnley in the week. I think Lampard's lost 8 of his 12 games or something of that nature. It's a game we should be winning, but you never know. And Marcus Rashford sums that up perfectly. You never know. Of course, Ronaldo's back in. Hopefully, he's fighting and fresh, because the last time he had a game off, shall we say, was the Man City game. Next game was against Spurs. He scored a hat-trick. So we'd love to see the same again today. Let's talk about the Everton starting 11, if you care. You've got Pickford in goal, Seamus Coleman, Godfrey and Keane as your centre-backs. I can never say this name. Michaelenko. I feel like I did well on the Ten Hag yesterday, but pronunciation is not my strong suit at all. Fabian Delph is a bit of a surprising one for Everton. I think it's his first game since December or something like that. They're going heavy on the experience. You've got Alan in midfield as well. You've got Iwobi, Gordon and Richarlison along with Calvert-Lewin, and there's the bench as well. So get your predictions in the chat as well, even though I will not be doing them because, like Black Panther, we do not do that round here. Sam with a super chat. Appreciate the contribution. You can also get your super chats and super stickers in by clicking the $sign. Sam says, Mr. Reliable, thanks for always showing up. Well, I appreciate you, Sam. I appreciate that. I mean, this whole Mr. Reliable thing, I'm not sure where it started. I think it was either Josh or KG that started that one up. And just doing my job, just doing my job. Steffi Jenks says, the Oracle says 4-2. Come on. Yeah, shout out David Lee. Said he was a bit under the weather today, so hope you're doing well. Akash says 5-1 Everton. Look, who knows? Like, that's the thing. Like, I mentioned yesterday when I did the preview with DJ that realistically, considering Everton's form, considering how poor they've been, this is the game. This is the game to finally get an emphatic result. Finally get a result where, you're like, yeah, okay, let's build on this. Because whilst I think Ralph Rangnick has done, it's difficult with Ralph, isn't it? Because can you say he's done a good job? I think he's in a thankless job and a thankless task. I think he's done as good as he could do. I think, again, he wanted to play a certain style. I think he wanted to try and have the players adopt a certain tactical philosophy, and it hasn't happened. Because I think that, like I said before, I really do think that he had hoped that he was going to come in, have a gegenpress style of system, 4-2-2, all that kind of stuff. And I think the players just went, boo-boo face. I think they just shook their head and went, no, thank you. So I think it's a bit of a thankless task. But as I was saying yesterday, how many games have we seen under Ralph where it's been emphatic victory? Yes, let's move on. Every game's a struggle. And I understand the whole cliche, there are no easy games, Owen. There are no easy games in football and all that kind of stuff. And yes, that is true. But every game feels like last minute settings. Every game feels like a struggle. Every game feels like that. That's the frustration with Manchester United, certainly. So today would be one of those games which we can be emphatic, but football doesn't work like that, and certainly Manchester United doesn't work like that also. Steffi Jenks, I just butchered your last name there, Steffi. Steffi Jenks says, agreed, Owen. I'm not sure who could do well here at the moment. And, hopefully, Erik ten Hag. I tell you what, I saw Ajax was in the comments after the match preview and press conference that me and DJ did yesterday. He gave me an 8.5. which I'll take. And he said very surprised. You're not the only one, Ajax. I was surprised that actually went that well. So I'll take it. I'll take it all day. Daniela says, hit the like if you think we'll win. 3-1, come on United. Steffi Jenks, yeah, I butchered Jenks, but got, right, I ruined that one. It's hard, this might be a surprise to you guys, but I'm not Dutch. And I'm terrible with accents. I really am terrible with accents. Players are coming out onto the pitch now. Cristiano Ronaldo is back after illness yesterday. They still have the separate tunnels as well. Seamus Coleman sprinting past John Moss. He's really keen to get out there. He's all kinds of fired up. Is Seamus Coleman today? Come on. I'm in a very weird space. I don't know about you guys. I'm in a very weird space with Manchester United at the moment. Like it should be, and I know football isn't a given, but it should just be like, I'm feeling confident, I'm feeling good. I'll always enjoy the football weekend and all that kind of stuff, but this Manchester United has got a lot of making up to do this season, and you do tend to feel somewhat defeated before the game's even begun, but so will Everton. So it's a big game, certainly is a big game. I've got so much stuff in front of my television here that I can't actually see the TV. I'm such a slob, honestly, when it comes to tidiness. I'm terrible for it. I'll let things get really bad and then start to tidy them up once it gets sort of unbearable, instead of doing it all the time. I'm that kind of guy. So they're just going through the teams at the moment. The 6 changes, they could have got a recent picture of Ralph, by the way. That picture's from 5 years ago when he's in the Bundesliga. You've got plenty of recent pictures of Ralph. They're all over the internet. He's been at United for 4.5 months now. How quickly has that gone, by the way? Came in beginning of December? Now we're in April. Spring settings or British summertime settings. I'm trying to think what the formation will be. I'm assuming it will be, you never know United at the moment, do you? So I suppose I would think it's 4-3-3, but don't be shocked if it is a 4-2-3-1, because United don't have any fixed system anymore. We tried 4-2-2. We went to 4-3-3, created a lot of chances, didn't score them, and still conceded. Sometimes when it's not working, Ralph just goes back to 4-2-3-1, because I guess that's what these players like, and that's what they're used to doing. So who knows? We'll find out. Sometimes, like last week, it was a 4-4-2 with 2 false nines. We'll have to wait and see in the opening few minutes, I suppose. Kotso says, let's relegate Frank. They are in so much trouble, aren't they? They are, massively in trouble. I really didn't think, honestly. I knew that they were poor recently, and I knew that they weren't playing well, and they were losing games. But I always just felt that the people that are currently in the bottom 3 would stay there. So Norwich, Watford, Burnley. I felt that they would be the 3 to go down. But the last 2 or 3 weeks, they've just been properly diabolical, Everton. Really, really, really poor. And against Burnley in the week, they were just shocking. Absolutely terrible. And I understand that maybe, that's what's kind of baffling, because they do have good players. Richarlison, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, you got top 6 clubs sniffing around them and want them, and would generate a high price point. I'm sure the vultures are swirling Everton right now, let's be honest, because they're hoping that Everton get relegated, because then you can get Calvert-Lewin, then you can get Richarlison on certainly a cut price. I'm sure they've got relegation clauses and relegation release clauses in their contracts. I'm sure they do. There is a moment of applause for Terry Darracott, former Everton player. Rest in peace, Terry. Starlord says, big up Owen. Steffi says, poor Frank. I didn't see this for Everton. I don't think a lot of the people saw it for Everton. EDT says, Frank's not a good manager. I'm just glad the rest of the world are finally seeing it too. Never doubt Burnley. That's the thing with Burnley, isn't it? Is they were talking about this before kickoff, weren't they? That, I think every single player in Everton's team actually has experience of being relegated, whereas you've got a team like Burnley who have experience of getting out of it every single season, and that speaks volumes. Especially once you go on that slide, there's just a feeling of inevitability. Victor says, anyone willing to get Alan for central defensive midfield if they get relegated? I said there are a lot of players that people will be looking at. Absolutely, there'll be players that people are looking at Everton because they don't necessarily have a bad squad. That's the thing. And they're building a stadium, so they're really in trouble. Game's just about to kick off. And we're off. We're underway. Come on, let's be emphatic. First 10-15 minutes, United have to start. I mean, if you get an early goal, I think the crowd will turn on Everton. I think they'll collapse fairly quickly as well. Just can't let them get into the game. If you let the crowd get into the game, anything's possible for them when it comes to... and the thing is, we talk about Everton collapsing. United have done it several times this season, several times. So even if we're, 1 or 2-0 up, I'm still not completely confident. They got the ball here. Oh, Gordon, he nearly slid in an Everton player, but Tellez intercepts. Get shoulder barred there, Ronnie. And that's what we like to see. Throw into Manchester United. Again, just don't let them get into the game. De Gea currently with the ball. Going to pass it out wide. Oh no, it goes long. To Jadon Sancho. High ball. Sancho doesn't get anywhere near it and Everton win it back straight away. That's what we just can't do. We've got to settle quickly. Don't let Everton have a lot of the ball. Don't let them get comfortable. Get the ball down. Keep the ball, which United just can't do as well. Here comes Matic. Forward pass to Ronaldo. Wasn't the best pass. Ronaldo's not the best touch. Immediately goes back to Everton. And then again, that's going to be the issue. That's going to be the problem. We saw that against Leicester last weekend where we could barely string 2 or 3 passes together. Fred wins the ball back from Iwobi. Maguire. That is a terrible pass, Harry Maguire. That was awful. It's gone straight out for an Everton throw-in. And that sums up Man United. That sums up Harry Maguire this season. And it's so unnecessary because stuff like that, the crowd will look at that and will immediately go rattled. They're immediately rattled. They're not comfortable. And it makes everyone else around them nervous as well. My God. It's just like that wasn't even an under pressure pass as well. That was the most basic sideways pass to the fullback. And he just hit it straight out for a throw. And my goodness. Oh, man. 2 minutes in. I'm already nervy. Well, it's an Everton throw-in. And again, let's see if United... Do you remember when we even had, like, the what do they call it? The 15-minute press. We don't even have that anymore. 15-minute can't pass the ball. Everton still have the ball. Actually, let me get my stats up as well so I can say during the game some stats. There you go. Mikalenko, that's how you say it. I'm sure I'll butcher that about 500 times during the game. Jordan Pickford currently has the ball. Passes it out to Delph. So it does look to be... I don't really know. It's difficult to say. Rashford's really far back. So maybe it is a 4-2-3-1. It doesn't look like a 4-3-3. Because Bruno's still very advanced. Tellez goes for a long ball over the top. We can't keep the ball. We literally cannot keep the ball. We've had the ball a couple of times already, just giving it away again. All right, keep it. Here's Rashford. Tries to go past Alan, easily dispossessed. Oh, man, it's like Leicester all over again. Opening 4 minutes, and we literally just can't keep hold of the ball. Give it away immediately. Ball retention is just so poor. Sancho passes it back to Lindelof. Passes to Fred. Turn out. Goes back to Harry Maguire. Maguire manages to pass it to Tellez this time. Tellez goes past the player. But goes back to Fred. Fred. Again, just given away. I mean... This is going to be, like, what did we just say? You've got to start fast, don't let them settle, and we're just giving them every opportunity to settle, because give them the ball away, again, Tellez just gives the ball away, oh my goodness. Opening 5 minutes, how many passes have we strung together that have actually been successful? I feel like I'm losing my mind already. It allows Everton to settle, allows the crowd to settle, My goodness. Opening 5 minutes, United can't keep hold of the ball. Dalf went for a ball there, gets blocked slightly by Bruno, goes to Sancho. Bruno, where's the movement off the ball? Matic in the middle of the pitch, centre circle, 1-2 with Sancho. Goes back to Harry Maguire. I tell you what, the movement off the ball, for Manchester United is so static. Like, you literally see, like, Matic has the ball there in the centre circle, and there are no players moving. Like, there are no players moving at all. They are literally standing still. Sancho, Wan-Bissaka, passes inside to Fred, bit of space. Matic, Telles. 1-2 of Rashford. Telles keeps going forward. He's going to have to try and get the ball into the box. He's got no support. He's going to go out for a goal kick. You're just never confident. Kai Fraser says, like KG's been saying, Eric Ten Hag is going to have to teach these men to pass at 15 yards. It's true. This was my point as well, that we can talk about how great it will be for Eric Ten Hag to come in and have a possession-style football and be dominating possession. And some of these players are going to be at United next season. I know there's lots of people moving in the summer, but a lot of these players still are going to be here. Some of them legitimately can't pass the ball 5 yards or can't string 2 or 3 passes together. How are you meant to dominate possession when you can't pass the ball? And again, that's like 7 minutes into the match, and we're already saying United's passing is awful, absolutely shambolic. And that immediately, honestly, concerns me a little bit for next season. I know we're in the middle of a match now, and you've got to look a little bit forward. And you're looking forward, you go, well, Owen, that's way too far into the future. But you do question the ability just to adapt to this future style of play, don't you? Is Matic, Maguire, Rashford tries a ball inside to Telles, gets there first. It's going to be a Manchester United free kick. But a little bit just that. That's all it needed, was just a one-touch pass from Rashford, and immediately gives a bit of space. It is simple. It really is simple. Telles, it is a foul. He just gets there first, just nicks it. It kind of dangles the leg out. Bit smart. Get your foul. Now here's an opportunity for Manchester United. Our record from set pieces is terrible, but they conceded set pieces against Burnley in the week, Everton. Now the question is, are you going to have a shot, or are you going to get the ball into the box? For me, he's got to look to cross it in. I mean, Ronaldo's standing over it, which again makes you nervous. Absolutely makes you nervous. But, Jordan Pickford got beat from a free kick from Cresswell the other week against West Ham, which I saw some people criticising, and I think some of the criticism was valid. He was always going to go in one corner, and he was so far over to the other side. Bruno puts the ball in there, back post. Lindelof puts it back across goal, has a shot. Oh, it's a good save by Jordan Pickford. Rashford from the edge of the box. Lindelof headed it back across. It got cleared to Rashford right on the edge. Has a shot first time. And it's a decent save. I mean, Pickford comes rushing out of his goal. I'm not sure what he's doing. Just first time by Rashford. It's a decent shot. Keeper should save it, in fairness, but that's what we want to see. Corner to Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes is standing over it. Matic is standing on Pickford. Ball into the box. I think it comes off Maguire. Headed out by Everton. Edge of the box. Telly didn't mean it. Has a shot. Oh, it looked like it'd gone in by Ronaldo. It was one of those ones where the camera angle doesn't do it justice. If what it was in, referee gets his flag up for offside anyway. Just Josh is in the chat. Visual Ninja graphics guru. Different to Mike Phelan himself. Builder of dreams. Trying to think of more. It's a decent save by Pickford. Trying to think of more nicknames for Josh. The real Moon Knight. I mean, literally. Moon Knight comes out at night to fight crime. So does Josh. The guy doesn't sleep. He's up at 4 o'clock in the morning making thumbnails. And thinking of Pizza Express, which takes about an hour and a half to arrive. Lindelof clears. Everton have the ball in the middle of the pitch. Alan. I think that was Seamus Coleman and blocks off Fred. Tellez gets it. Good defending by Alex Tellez. Goal kick. Steffi says, Josh is back, man, methinks. Josh wouldn't be that mainstream, I don't think. He would be much more obscure. He's vigilante. He's vigilante. Has anyone watched Peacemaker? I finished it this week. Terrific. Absolutely brilliant. David De Gea passes it to Victor Lindelof. Oh, it's a terrible pass by Lindelof. Goes straight to Richarlison. Don't put your hand up. Go and chase the ball back. Oh, Matic gives a short pass back to De Gea. I mean, Lindelof passes it and goes sorry and just walks off. Manchester United throw-in. Matic, what's a high foot? It's got to be a high foot, referee John Moss. It's a high foot. I mean, Wan-Bissaka stooping, but give him a booking, Richarlison. He might actually get hit in the face as well. It's a high foot. He's off the ground. Book him. Give a book him. Looks to be all right there, Wan-Bissaka. Exactly, Rotem. Yellow. 11 minutes gone. Everton 0, Manchester United 0. First 6 minutes from United. Could barely pass the ball. Settled somewhat. Not for the lack of trying. Snapshot by Rashford. It was a save by Pickford. Everton. The thing is, that was literally United's probably their first attack, and Everton looked shaky. So that's what we've got to look at, is that, if we are somewhat progressive, Everton are nervous. Bruno Fernandes. Here's Ronaldo. Matic. Keep it going. Keep the tempo going. Ronaldo, about 25 yards out. Puts it to Bruno Fernandes on the left-hand side. Bruno whips the ball in. Header. Oh, it's a good save. Oh, Rashford again. It's another good save by Jordan Pickford. I mean, I don't think Rashford expected to get his head on it, to be honest. It's a great cross by Bruno. Puts the ball in. It's a good save by Pickford again. If it's one of those ones, it's a good save, but if it goes in, you're looking at him. It's a good header by Rashford, though. That's twice. Rashford snapshot from the edge of the box. Header by Rashford as well. Has no business really getting that header. It's poor defending by Everton. Between the two centre-backs. But it's a decent save by Pickford. Good cross. I mean, he really shouldn't get there. But again, it's a good save by Pickford, but should be making those saves. Oh, you know things are getting crazy when Josh is predicting as well. He's saying 3-0 United, Rashford to score. How dare you? How dare you? Let's not start getting into that. But that's 2 chances now for Manchester United. 2 saves by Jordan Pickford. Ball's given away by Matic. Richarlison deflects off of Fred. Here's Calvert-Lewin. Good tackle by Matic. Gets the ball. Now let's counter. Oh, it's a terrible pass by Harry Maguire again. He absolutely fizzes it at Marcus Rashford's feet. So, again, it is literally 5 yards. It is 5 yards and he leathers it at Marcus Rashford. Oh, my goodness. That's twice. 2 just shocking passes by Harry Maguire. My goodness. Matic. There's a better pass by Maguire. Actually went to the man. Rashford, who has started well. I think there's an offside here. But Rashford's looking up for it. That's what we want to see. Alvin says, hello, Owen. Greetings again from Melbourne. Good to have a match at 9:30 p.m. my time. This is what I always say. People just don't realise when it comes to global fans. We over here, great, midday kickoff, start the day right. Well, here's Ronaldo. I'll get back to my point in a second. Here's Bruno Fernandes. Is he going to have a shot? Puts it back to Ronaldo. Oh, blocked by, I think it's Keane. United look dangerous, though. Some good chances already. It's a good pass by Bruno, that as well. But what was I saying? Yes, with the global fans, people just don't. People, especially over here in the UK, I think we kind of take for granted these games at 12:30, 3 o'clock, or later on. The fans around the world are staying up to 4 o'clock in the morning to watch games. You can't question their dedication at all. That's why it's so crazy, the whole, you're not from Manchester, so you can't be a real fan. There are people in, like, Japan right now that are watching it at, like, again, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning because they're dedicated. Here's Rashford, Matic, Bruno Fernandes, Maguire once again. Passes it to Lindelof. Wan-Bissaka goes past Richarlison like he's not there. Well played. Sancho, bit of space, run at him. Passes it to 1-2 Ronaldo. I just don't think the pass was needed there. You want to just get the ball into the box. But spaces are open up. United certainly growing in confidence here. Which again speaks for, well done. Wan-Bissaka goes past Richarlison. Again, that's twice in 2 minutes. Oh, it's given away. Alan Lindelof, great header. Oh, get up, Richarlison, get up. Just because you've been skinned by Wan-Bissaka, 2 minutes, he's embarrassed. Fred wins it back. It's better. Bit of impetus by Manchester United now. Tellez. There's space to run into there. Cuts it back to Ronaldo. 1-2 with Tellez. Then it slows down again. Every time United just speed up that tempo a bit, suddenly gaps appear. We don't need this side-to-side, slow build-up stuff with lack of movement. Every time there's a bit of movement, there's a bit of forward passing, there are spaces there. Tellez once again. Goes back to Matic. Tellez once again. Puts the ball into the box. Oh, just goes over Ronaldo's head. That'll go out for a corner, I think. That's out. No. Jordan Pickford's trying to start a counter-attack. Iwobi, he's got space to run into. Just hold your line, United. Wan-Bissaka, stand him up. Richarlison cuts it back inside. Time. It's a poor pass. Well played. Good defensive shape there by Manchester United. Let them make mistakes. Here's Lindelof. Victor says KG is going to make gifts of Wan-Bissaka. Vicky says, my son is nearly 4. He kicks the ball to my feet with ease. He is. I don't even. The thing is with the Maguire passes so far, I don't know if it's just a case of lack of quality or just sheer nerves. I think it's both. You can see it. Like as soon as he gets the ball, he doesn't trust his feet or his own ability. It's crazy. United win the ball back again. That's a foul. No, play on. Maguire just hoofs it up the pitch. What, Fred just tried to sweet chin music the ball and missed. But Everton have the ball here. Here's Iwobi once again. United certainly in a defensive shape, certainly. Here's Delph. Go on, Wan-Bissaka, you got that. Good tackle. Keep it in. Does very well. And here comes Sancho. Sancho's looking around saying, come on. Where's the pass? Oh, it's a terrible pass, Sancho. I mean, the last game against Leicester, it must be said, Sancho last weekend, and I think his form's been very good recently. I do. But his game against Leicester, he was shocking. He was really, really poor. I mean, maybe somewhat fortunate to keep his position today against Everton, but he's looking around saying there's nobody to pass to. Ball over the top, De Gea comes and collects. But he should have done better there. If there's no one around you, just run with it. Don't try and force the pass. Back yourself. Back your own ability. Matic to Fred. Passes it back to Maguire. Matic once again. Even I'm getting nervous when Maguire's on the ball at this point. Good forward pass that by Matic. Bruno in a bit of space. Puts it to Rashford. It's a bad pass by Bruno. And he knows it. He puts his hand up. Absolutely fizzed it at Rashford's feet. Oh my God. Wan-Bissaka has just gone right through the back of Richarlison. There is no need for it. Don't book him though, ref. Because he got kicked in the head earlier. So if you decide to book him, that's everyone gets one. It's like Spider-Man and Family Guy. I think he slips. There's no need. I mean, you are like 3/4 up the pitch and you've decided to slide in from behind. It's got to be revenge for the kick in the head. Because otherwise it's just a silly tackle. Really silly tackle. That's what John Moss has said. Fair play. Good referee in there. He's literally just said, look, he got one over there. You got one over there. Okay? Now, if he does one more, he's going to get a booking. If you do one more, you're going to get a booking. Good refereeing. Brandon says Aaron Wan-Bissaka moving like KG. I don't think KG would do slide tackles from behind. I don't. KG's fox in the box. Poacher. That's what KG is. I think KG said he plays striker as well. I'm pretty sure. At some point, I don't know if this is going to happen, but at some point in the future, there's got to be like a five-a-side video or something like that. You know, it doesn't have to be against other YouTubers. We just enter like a local five-a-side tournament. You know, like, or six-a-sides. I used to love those. The amount of like six-a-side trophies I had as a kid. I tell you what, it's a bit of a slipper. United are in. Bruno Fernandes, Sancho's in the box. Rashford's arriving late. Oh, Bruno, what is that? That was absolutely shocking. What on earth was he trying to do? What on earth was he trying to do? You've got Rashford arriving late on the edge. You've got Sancho making a run. And Bruno just smashes it. He's nowhere near anyone. I can't believe that. Granted, there were a couple of options, but none of them. It's a terrible ball. My goodness. Victor says, do a five-a-side for the 100k celebration. I just want to enter a six-a-side again. Like, just filling up those tiny goals, those seven-a-side goals. Although I think Flex plays up front as well. So we'd have both KG and Flex up front. We might be exposed at the back slightly. And I think DJ says he's a winger. Marcel said he's a winger. Oh, greedy. Where's his defensive work? Get James at the back. That's what he'd do. He's the Rock. James the Rock Dixon. Or Boulder James Dixon. Wan-Bissaka does well there as well. Fred. Ronaldo's in a bit of space. Goes back to Lindelof. Matic. Lindelof again. Is Maguire. Flick on by Bruno. And immediately goes back. Does Tellez. Bruno tries the ball over the top. Good ball to Rashford. Oh, puts it back into Ronaldo. It's a good pass actually by Bruno. He tries that once or twice a game, and it usually never works. So the fact that it did there, Matic just let it go out for. He just threatened to kick the ball at the linesman. Matic let the ball go out, thinking it was a Man United throw, and it's been given to Everton. And then Matic sort of implied, "I'm going to kick the ball at you, stupid linesman." Flick on by Richarlison. Here's Iwobi. Keep your ground. Lindelof. Calvert-Lewin puts the ball into the box. Maguire hits it back out. Lindelof does well there. Wan-Bissaka 1-2 of Lindelof. Clears it. Only as far as Dowd. Get there. Oh. United just need to get out. You know, I'll give credit to Wan-Bissaka. Opening 20 minutes. He's actually been very good. I think he's made a couple of really good tackles. I think he's gone past Richarlison at least twice. So I'll give him credit. Wan-Bissaka so far. But 23 minutes gone. Everton 0, Manchester United 0. United have had two of the better chances. Two saves by Jordan Pickford from Marcus Rashford. One from the edge of the box. One from a header. A couple of really good opportunities for United in attacking positions, but some wasteful final balls. One from Bruno Fernandes, certainly. But after a questionable opening 5 minutes, just like that, giving the ball away, United have grown into this one. But it just goes to show, doesn't it? Obviously, we've got Liverpool a week Tuesday. And if we start like we started in this game against Liverpool, my goodness, that could be a long game. Matic passes it into space to Tellez, gets there first. Here's Sancho now on the left-hand side. The left-hand side. Unlucky Bruno. Swap sides a lot, don't they, Sancho and Rashford? I feel like Rashford was actually getting a lot of freedom on the left-hand side. The right-hand side's not been particularly fruitful for United so far. I'd have kept Rashford where he was. Victor says Faz can be the centre-back. I see Faz as more sort of a midfield general that shouts at a lot of people, I think. As Steffi says, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That's right, be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Smash a like on the like button as well. Road to 100k. continues. Exactly. Brandon says Faz is defensive midfielder. Exactly. I think he's got that element of aggression in him. Bruno 1-2 with Ronaldo. Wan-Bissaka does well, keeps it in. Bruno passes it back to Lindelof. Wan-Bissaka, give him credit. He's had a good 25 minutes here. Now, obviously, plenty of the game to go. Good 25 minutes doesn't mean anything, but I think there's positives there. Rashford. Oh, it's a good tackle by Delph. Gets the ball. Fred's down, though. Got to get up. Matic, well played. Wins the ball back. This is the thing with Matic, isn't it? You watch him play and you just wish. You wish you could, share. If I could turn back time, I'd make Matic a younger man. I'm not sure that's the lyrics of that one. That's a remix version of the song. If I could turn back time, I'd make Nemanja Matic a younger man. Matic, sliding tackle there on Calvert-Lewin. Ricochets off to Alan. And it's Ronaldo who wins the ball back. And the crowd now starting to turn a little bit on Everton, which is what United wants. Someone give Matic a shout there. Dispossessed because he didn't know who was behind him. Richarlison, it's a bad pass. I tell you what, where's the linesman? Is it offside? De Gea's claiming for an offside. Richarlison squares up Wan-Bissaka, tries to cut back inside. Edge of the box, let's block it. Oh, for goodness sake. It's deflected and got in. It's 1-0 Everton and it's completely undeserved and it's poor again. I mean, De Gea was claiming an offside in the build-up. I don't know if that will be given. It's completely undeserved. And again, it comes out of nowhere. But this is why you've got to take your chances. And this is what we were saying before. This game should be a layup, but you never know with football. Richarlison, I think he's onside. But the chances got United are in a good shape there. Wan-Bissaka stands him up. Nobody's travelling back, so I don't know what the overrun's happening there. Comes out, who's on the edge of the box? Who does it deflect off? Who's it deflect off? Of course. Of course. Who does it deflect off? Harry Maguire. I mean, it just sums him up. It just sums him up, really, doesn't it? And I can understand the ball's been hit at him and it comes off him. But it sums it up. Absolutely sums it up. First real attack goes in. And the crowd was just starting to turn on Everton as well. We were in a good position. But what does it count for? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And it can't be a coincidence that it's always him. It just can't. It can't be a coincidence it's always him. Matic was having a good game. Error. And now the crowd are up. And look, get ready for the collapse. Let's be honest. I wish I was surprised. That's the thing. I wish I was surprised. But I'm not anymore. The idea of being surprised by all of this, that went a long time ago. Absolutely went a long time ago. Ball to feet says white flag. Yeah, Dido settings. I mean, she said there'll be no white flag above my door. There is, for me, at the moment. Call it. We're done. Absolutely rubbish. And now they're right back into it. And again, the crowd was just turning. United were comfortable. But what does comfortable mean if you're not taking your chances? It's a free kick now to Everton. Can Ten Hag come in before the season's over, please? Oh, but to be honest, possession football, can't pass the ball 5 yards. Free kick, just goes over the bar. I mean, why, Bruno, you're just sticking your leg up at that. It's Michael Keane's header over the bar, but the effort to try and get that ball away from Bruno Fernandes is lifting a leg. Wan-Bissaka. And see, Everton are right up for it now. Right up for it. Completely different game now. Ten Hag's having demands saying, I want to have complete control over player transfers and contracts. He's going to be giving him a call after the game going, yeah, about those demands. I want it in writing. I don't want verbal promises. Shock. What a shock. And I said it as well. Literally said it as well. About, good 25 minutes. What does that mean? Pass through. Here's Tellez, though. Chance again. Puts the ball into the box. Oh, who's he going for, though? Rashford. Hit back immediately. It's not a foul. It's all the time. Said the crowd are now up for it. Every time they get a referee decision, they're going crazy. The Everton players are actually believing they could win this game now. Manage it. Manage the game. And again, I understand the ball hits Maguire, it's a deflection, and you probably will say, well, what can he do about that? I understand that, but, it's always him. It's always him. Matic gives the ball away. It's just... That's it. Delaney says this is just sad. That's it. It's just sad. Swifty says, finishing 8th would be perfect, a proper rebuild. Look, wherever we finish, we deserve. The Premier League table never lies. You always end up where you deserve to be. And if that's 8th, that's where we deserve to be. That's got to be a high foot from Bruno. Yeah, it is. Oh, it's Fred, actually, with a high foot. I'm defeated already. I tell you what, honestly. King Jar says, Owen, Matic gave the ball away. You need to stop picking on Maguire. Matic was the waste man. In fairness, King, I did say as well that Matic gave the ball away. It was poor. My point is, again, Matic gives the ball away, it's poor. Maguire, it comes off him. And again, I just said, you can't blame him for that. But why is it always him? Why? Why is it always him? Free kick, ball into the box. Comes out to Iwobi. Ball back in, headed away by Bruno this time. Ball back in by Dauf. The referee, he's not going to put up the flag. Now he will. I suppose the players, to be honest, they've got us in those situations. I don't know why there are United players with their hand up claiming he is offside, but the linesman isn't going to put his flag up because we know how VAR works. I mean, they're all miles off, but we know Pogba's going to come on seemingly for Fred. What we need now is to hit back quickly, and then, maybe then, this Everton collapse might happen again because they'll think we blew it again. But at the moment, we're in the position of, here we go again. Bruno, he's trying stuff. It goes nowhere near. It's just gone off to Richarlison. I mean, again, he will do that 3 or 4 times a game. He'll start forcing stuff. Wan-Bissaka. Here's Sancho. Goes back to Lindelof. Maguire. Bruno. Again, crowd are up for it because they're pressing. Frank Lampard's giving it claps on the touchline. Got to silence them now. Sancho. Wan-Bissaka. Ronaldo. Fred. Matic. Fred, a bit of space. Tellez. Is Bruno. Tries a ball into the box. Out comes Pickford with a punch. Rashford. He's been headed back to the goalkeeper. Just seeing the replay here. It's a cross into the box by Bruno. Pickford does well, in fairness. Punches over Matic. Did he actually punch it? Or did it come off Matic instead? Talk of Marsh says De Gea conceding every game has become... De Gea couldn't do anything about that goal. He could not. It was a deflection. That ball ended up nowhere where it was originally going to go. It's the deflection that kills him. You can't blame the goalkeeper for that one. Richarlison keeps the ball. Richarlison has a shot. It's deflected again. It's a save this time by David De Gea. That's why you can't blame the goalkeeper, because there's another deflection. De Gea tips it over the bar. Who's it deflect off? I think, is it Lindelof and Maguire that time? Does well. I think Fred has come off for Pogba now. Fred off, Pogba on. Fred looks disappointed. You and me both, brother. Not necessarily with the with you coming off, just because that we're crap. Gordon with the corner for Everton. Ball in. Whoa, back post. Comes out to Allen. Oh, block this time. I think that's Wan-Bissaka. Oh, Rashford. Again, he tries a 1-2 with Sancho, but the pass is just poor technically. We're just all over the place. Goal kick to Manchester United. Iwobi wants the foul. Going up to Iwobi saying, get up. It is a foul. He gets none of the ball. Oh, it's a poor pass. But Wan-Bissaka again, intercepted. I'm begging for some of these players to show a bit of nerve, honestly. A bit of calmness. A bit of quality, a bit of end product. But I'm not surprised. It's more hope. Matic gives the ball away again. Oh, and it's just been nearly put out for a throw-in by Sancho. Lindelof keeps it in. We're just all over the place. Absolutely all over the place. And that's the thing with this United side. I hate to be just a massive moaner throughout this entire stream, but we are always just like 5 or 10 seconds away from complete collapse. It's literally, that's how much of a knife edge United are always on. 5 or 10 seconds away from complete collapse. And we might go and score in a second, but we're always 5 or 10 seconds away just from complete disaster. It does not take that long. Magic Pogba goes past a player. Bit of space here. Oh, you took too long, Paul. That's a good pass there by Matic. Out to Tellez. Blocked. Deaf by Stereo says, Darren Fletcher giving instructions to Pogba sums up this banter club. In a way, I hope Ten Hag turns this down if doesn't get full power. Embarrassing. Certainly embarrassing. And the thing is, everyone kind of knew this going into it, right? There's an Everton side that are playing so poorly. Here's Pogba playing so poorly, and were awful, have been awful in the majority of their games. And every United fan pretty much knew coming into this one is that we'll make them look good. We'll absolutely make them look good. And we have. Sancho puts the ball in. It's a scuff clearance. United get a throw in. For 25 minutes we play well. But what does that mean? What did we get out? What did we get out of it? Nothing. Wan-Bissaka, ball given away. Calvert-Lewin. Matic. Get a goal back before half time. Because I'm just not up for another game where it's like 85 minutes. United are throwing everyone forward. They're defending with their lives, Everton, all that kind of stuff. Every week. Pogba over the top. Here's Rashford. Poor touch. Maguire. Ball cleared. Keep the pressure on. Don't slow it down, Maguire. I mean, match stats, last 5 minutes, United have had 83% possession. But what have we done with it? Like, that's great. What have we done? Ball over the top. Here's Tellez. Get the ball back across goal. Comfortable for Pickford. This is just, again, this is the frustration, isn't it? It really is. So far, we've had 64% possession. What have we done with it? Nothing. And yeah, you could argue the difference is a deflected goal. But you're talking about a side that's trying to qualify for top 4 and a side that's trying to stay in the league, and the quality between them is not that different. It's not that different, which is wild. De Gea clears it up the pitch. Oh, man. Some of these players are running through treacle. Pogba, where's the impetus? Last 5, come on. Ronaldo slips over, sums it up. Where's Marcel when you need him? Here come Everton again. Ball over the top. Maguire gets his head to it. Gordon goes down from a Tellez tackle again. John Ross says no thank you. Matic. Bruno. I mean, who is it going to? He's trying a 1-2 with Marcus Rashford, but the pass is about 30 yards away from him. And he's trying to say, well, you should be running. You should be running, Marcus. What is he? The Flash? Quicksilver. Here's Pickford. And like I said, wherever we end up in the table is where we deserve. One thing we certainly don't deserve is to get top 4. We can't play like this every week. And we do play like this every week. You can't play like this every week and even have the nerve to be having the conversation about top 4. We're making a side that's like one of the worst performing teams in the Premier League at the moment look like they're challenging for the Champions League. And we give confidence. We don't have it, but we give people confidence. That's the problem. Matic, Pogba, pass to Bruno Fernandes, Ronaldo, bit of space for Tellez, run into it, attack the space. Tellez, ball into the box. Oh, it's nearly an own goal. I mean, the ball just kept travelling. A couple of the Everton players, it just sailed over their head. I think Ronaldo would have got onto it. I think, does it get deflection or just move weirdly? He just puts it over the bar. United have a corner. But honestly, like, there is no sort of evidence of the players really just caring. There has been no reaction whatsoever to going 1-0 down. God, I expected it. Tellez, Tellez with a corner. Not only did it get cleared by the front post, but I mean, it barely got off the ground. I mean, we can talk about United. Oh, what are we doing from set pieces? What's the set from set pieces? If you can't even get the ball in the box, like, what do you expect? Is Matic tackled by Delph? Honestly, if you weren't a United fan, I mean, even if you are a United fan, you're almost laughing at this point. Matic, given away by Allen. Given away again. Here comes Everton. Put into touch by Maguire. Because, you know when you're just having that much of a shit day that you almost have to stop and laugh because you're like, this is just crap. Like, how did it come to this? I mean, people that aren't United fans are rolling in it, reveling in it. I don't blame them. I'd be laughing if it wasn't my team. We have done it for years. with like Arsenal. When they're playing like this, everyone points at them and goes, ah. It sucks to be an Arsenal fan. What's to say we're United now? Delph goes past Rashford. Wan-Bissaka, good tackle on Mykolenko. Bruno's chasing it down, or it might be Rashford. That's a foul. What's he playing on? John Moss, what are you doing? It's obviously a foul. I'll play Wan-Bissaka again. Mykolenko goes past him. Corner to Everton. 2 minutes added time. No, there really is just one side that's winning this game at the moment. That's going to win this game, rather, and it's not Man United. Like, if you had no idea what was going on with the Premier League season, and you said to someone, one of these teams is fighting to stay in the league, one of these teams is trying to qualify for the Champions League, you would genuinely think that United are in a relegation battle. That's how poor this first half has been. Honestly. You would go, well, I think United they must be really struggling. No, Everton are the ones trying to stay in the league. United have the quality. Corner for Everton. Ball into the box. De Gea punches away. Half time. I've always 2 minutes. I only played one. It doesn't matter. We're not going to score anyway. Who gives a shit? Half time, Everton 1, Manchester United 0. United had a okay, I guess, first 20 minutes, but a deflection off Harry Maguire gives Everton the lead. And then for the last 15 after the goal, Everton have deserved to be in front. Manchester United, same old story. Play the same song. It's like listening to a local radio station. You hear the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. DJ's calling me. DJ, what's going on?
We're terrible. This is literally such a bad performance. Like, I said I was going to try to be emotionless, but these guys are just really bad. And I told you, they will let us down time and time again. Like, the football has been literally awful. Just awful, Owen. Like, I can't even believe that these guys get paid what they get paid out there. Like, who looks like the team that wants it more? Clearly Everton. We clearly don't want to even get to fourth.
I said, like, really literally, if you didn't know anything about what's going on in the Premier League this season, you said one of those teams is fighting for relegation, the other team's fighting to qualify for the Champions League, you'd say, wow, Everton are having a great season then, because it looks like they want to qualify for the top four. You go, no, that's meant to be United. That's how bad it's been.
Yeah, I think Maguire has been awful. Not just him. I think Tellez has tried. Ronaldo's misplaced a lot of passes, which led to the goal. Bruno's trying. Jaden's been quiet. Rashford's here or there. It's just been so bad. And I just can't wait. I cannot wait until we can rip this team up and start again, because it needs a fresh coat of paint. It needs a new engine. It needs a new kit. It needs a new ground. We need new boots. We need new absolutely everything, because we are shit. We are really, really shit. I think this is probably one of the worst United teams I have seen. I'm not going to lie. Even Van Gaal wasn't this bad. At least we dominated games and kept the ball. It was just boring. But this, we can't even string 5-yard passes, Owen. What has happened to footballers nowadays?
It's just
250,000 a week.
But are you surprised? Are you surprised? Because that's my feeling is, I'm not even surprised. I'm not, honestly.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. It's just, come on, guys. You'd think that just to save the season, we haven't won anything, but to save the season, at least grab fourth. At least. And they're struggling. What's the goodness to get points? They're making us fight for it now. It's just blood and guts already, and that's the first point. It's just so difficult to watch.
It is difficult to watch, and and this is what I mean. You get angry for 5 or 10 minutes, and then you just go, you know what? I'm used to it now. It doesn't surprise me. It really doesn't surprise me. We say going into it, we said about it yesterday, didn't we, DJ? Go into the game, start quick. Don't let the crowd get into it. Don't let them have a bit of confidence. And they just, I mean, the first 5 minutes, I mean, Harry Maguire literally put the ball out for touch twice. Like, honestly, just awful, absolutely terrible. And I get like the goal, it comes off him. He can't do much about that. But it's just the fact that there's got to be a reason why it's always him. There's got to be. Yeah. There's got to be a reason it's always him. You know what I mean? There has to be. And I know Matic gives the ball away and it's poor, and you absolutely do have to blame him for that. But it's not. I'm not surprised anymore. I'm really, honestly, I'm not even shocked anymore because we go 1-0 down. Does it look like the players actually cared that they went 1-0 down? Honestly, they're just the same. Just the same. And we give confidence. This is meant to be an Everton side that's devoid of confidence. They're playing terribly and they can't even string any wins together. Lampard's lost 8 of his 12 games. They lost to Burnley in the week. And United are making them look like they're trying to challenge for the title. Honestly. It's just so poor, but it's not surprising. How many people said going into this game, how many people said, Everton are playing terrible, but it doesn't matter, we'll make them look good. And we've done it. We did it again. We made them look good.
We're the only team in the Premier League that will do that. We're literally the only team in the Premier League that will actually do that. And, I was just analysing all the players and some of our passing and some of our movement. There is a lot of players there that, for me, will not get into Ten Hag's starting 11 in terms of what he wants because we're just incapable.
Well, doesn't that worry you?
Some players that are just incapable.
Doesn't that worry you? Because we're talking about Ten Hag coming in, our possession-based football, possession style of football. DJ, we can't even pass the ball 5 yards. I mean, we say it before like as a bit of a joke, but like literally, we can't pass the ball 5 yards, let alone keep it. You can look at possession, and possession, I think we have had it's something like 60% or 65%, but what have we done with it? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. Literally, absolutely nothing. Like, Ronaldo's isolated up top. Sancho just can't get in the game. Rashford, he had like a promising sort of like 10 minutes or so spell. He's gone quiet again. It's just poor. We're second to every ball. Our passing is just really off. We're making really bad decisions. Tellez did some good play on the left. Got to the byline, and I could see Bruno made a brilliant run. He just held his run. He was just on the edge of the penalty spot, waiting to obviously, have a shot on goal. Tellez decides to go right across goal, and it ends to nothing. And Bruno screaming at him like, "I was there, I was open." We just make so much bad decisions in the final.
But even Bruno had a similar one, right? Gets in left-hand side, got to cut the ball back over to Ronaldo or Rashford's on the edge of the box. What does he do? Just leather it. I'll just smash it across goal to nobody. To nobody, and I don't know what's going on. I think we're just gonna exhaust and burn ourselves out to try and figure out what's going on with this team. As I say, it's not our job. that's the Ten Hag and Ralph to sort out. But Owen, I don't know, man. I think we've kind of said it. I don't think this team will get top 4. It's just because they let us down. Because this is the character of the squad now. This performance today, we've seen this copy and pasted performance all through the season. I just don't trust these guys. And also as well, let's be honest, like we've got Liverpool week on Tuesday. I'm looking at that now, not just like nervous because we're going to lose, because let's face it, we're going to lose. I'm looking at that again going, I tell you what, it's going to be embarrassing. Like, it's going to be really, really embarrassing. Like, it was embarrassing at Old Trafford earlier on this season, but I feel like we're worse at this point. And they could, I'm not even exaggerating, they could smash us for like 6 or 7. Because, I mean, Everton, they've scored today, but how many, they've had maybe one chance and they've scored. We're conceding pretty much every time someone has a chance. You can't blame De Gea. And again, we spoke about this yesterday, and again, can't blame De Gea for the goal because it's deflection. A couple minutes later, it's another deflection, he tips it over. So he's already again keeping us in the game. Again, and it can't be overstated how poor this Everton side are. And they're better than us. They're better than us.
But a lot of United fans will say De Gea is the problem. Is the more pertinent problem right now. Of course he isn't. Of course he isn't. He's keeping us in the game. Like, this is Everton, I can't believe it. We've got Cristiano Ronaldo on the pitch. We've got Paul Pogba. We've got Bruno. And we're struggling. The only team that can do this, Owen, it's just mind-boggling. It's definitely a mentality issue. definitely a mentality issue. Has to be.
Well, is it a mentality issue? Did they really even, And I know people go, it's harsh if you question whether the players care or not, but we don't look like, it was like this last weekend. Played against Leicester, and you go, that wasn't a performance from a group of players that even want to qualify or trying to qualify for top four. It's a performance, and again today, it's a performance from a group of players that feel like, wow, we're united, we're great, so we'll beat them because we're better than them. No, it don't work like that. You actually have to show a bit of quality. And maybe, again, it's harsh to question them because, obviously, the quality just isn't there. Because, again, I know people that are way worse footballers that can pass the ball 5 yards, that can make decent decisions. The decision-making's poor. The technical ability is poor. The determination is poor. Everything about this United side is poor. And... And when it's that bad, the minimum is just to show a bit of effort, right? We joked about it earlier on this season, right? Passion and desire. They don't even have that anymore. They don't even have that.
Yeah, and it's kind of what I was saying, on the show. Like I think that these players, they're done with the season. I think they're just literally, if the season could end today, they'd take that. They'd take that. If the season could end today, they would take that. I just don't see no drive. I don't see no ambition. And you know what? The reports came out with Ten Hag saying that he'd like, full control of his squad in terms of getting rid of players, contracts. I am happy. If they grant him that, I am happy because it means there's going to be no more player... Well, I'm not going to say no more, but there shouldn't be any more player mutinies. The manager can pick his squad for how he wants it. The squad will be in his likeness and in his image. Literally, this is a bunch of guys that have just been... It looks like they've just pulled together after school. Oh, do you want to have a kickabout? Yeah, let's have a kickabout. Like, it's so disjointed. There's no cohesion. There's no systems. Ralph's tried. I'll give it to the man. He has tried. But these players, they're over the hill now. A lot of these guys are over the hills. They need to be shipped out, gone. We need to revamp the squad. I would rather today under-23s would have come in, because if under-23s would have come in, they would have shown more passion. They would have been happy to be on the pitch, and they would have played for that badge today.
And you know what as well? It's not even like, oh yeah, Everton have played really well. They've played like Everton. They've literally played as good as they are this season. But with that, again, that's just how poor we are. We're not better than them. We're not better. We're not better than them. We're not better than anyone. Thank God we've got points on the board, frankly, because
Sorry, go on.
Again, it's sad. Honestly, it is sad because you can, and this is why, like, I love Marcel, but this is why when you try and be positive, it's like, but you can't. They say you can't kid a kidder. You can't bullshit a bullshitter as well. Like, no, we're not.
United is the girl that keeps, or your partner that keeps on cheating, and everyone's saying, "Hey, she's cheating on you," and you're like, "No, she's not." Yeah, you just got to face the music.
It's that, and it's the but she can change. We can change, but no, we can't. Like, let's wrap our head around it.
Listen, Owen, Roy Keane said it. I think a couple of months back. He said, "Leopards doesn't change its spots. It doesn't." And this is with these players. They don't change their spot. This is them. This is them. They'll go on and move to other clubs. It's them. That's them at Manchester United, right? This is how it is. It's not going to get any better. I said months ago we've reached our ceiling. We're not going to get any better than we are today. It's just time for a fresh rebuild. Maybe you keep 4 or 5 players out of that group, and that's being generous. The rest, go, maybe loans. You bring fresh players in. I'm thinking, people were... I'm not really the biggest Calvin Phillips fan, but we definitely could need him today in the middle of that park. Definitely need him in the middle of the park.
I'll just take anyone.
Anything now is an improvement.
At this point, honestly, just take anyone. You know what I mean? Like you said, get the under-23s in. We might as well, because, obviously the people that are playing just... Honestly, it either looks like they can't be bothered, or a mixture of that and they're not good enough. I honestly, I really don't know. So...
Yeah.
It's just, like I said, it's just sad. I mean, do we have any cause? Let's try and finish it on a positive note. Do we have any cause of optimism second half?
It depends. Ralph's going to have to tweak something. One of the players is going to have to literally take this game by the scruff of the neck. The only thing I can see that's going to get us out of this, and I'm going to call it now, it's going to be either Bruno Fernandes or Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, this is the thing. This is the thing as well, and this is the most frustrating thing, really, isn't it? Is that look, we can be really unhappy now and really frustrated, but we could come out in the second half and score 2 goals. But it doesn't, and this is the problem, isn't it? That even if we go on to win this game now, which is still a possibility, but if we go on to win this game now, it doesn't change again that we've seen this first half where you go, like, that was a red flag at the beginning of the season, let alone now, you know, because we could win this game and it's like, oh yeah, United turned things around, they showed character. It's like, no, we didn't. Like, we didn't. We were poor, and that's what we tend to do. We might get away with it. You know, it's just, so frustrating.
It's bad. It's bad on so many levels, Owen, and as fans, we don't deserve to be treated to this. This is bad. This is bad. And I always say, and I've said it a few times on different shows, you know, fans have travelled, you know, obviously Manchester to over in Liverpool and stuff like that isn't that far, but come on. Just there's probably people coming up from London or from wherever to go and watch the game, and they're being treated to this. I dread the Liverpool game. Liverpool are going to have no mercy. They're going to exploit us at every time. Every time we lose the ball, they're going to punish us. They're going to close us down. They're going to literally squeeze us into our own half. And they're just going to have their wicked way with us. They're literally just going to have their wicked way with us. And we have to accept that. Do you know why? Because there's nothing we can do about it.
Exactly.
And that's very telling. There's nothing we can do about it.
Exactly. Well, look, second half's just about to start again for our sins. DJ, you're going to be with KG and James on the full-time view after the game. I'm sure a bit of venting be good for everyone, a bit of a therapy session. So we'll speak to you again then.
Peace, man. Sweet.
See you later. Oh, I'm so defeated, guys, honestly. I really am. Oh, God. My goodness, honestly, guys. Yep, Daniela says lambs to the slaughter. That's it. That really is it. And it's sad. It just is so sad. But that's Man United, folks. That's the place we find ourselves in. And again, look, we might second half, you know, turn it around and we might win. But again, it doesn't change what we've seen. Just poor, absolutely poor. Oh, gamer off. Shit. I'm all over the place. MUFC Label says, every time Owen does a watch-along. Honestly. VK says, we need to sub Owen from Match View. I had some recent decent results. I've gone from blaming myself. This is on Man United. But the record is not great. Although, I do have the feeling that even if KG was doing it today, like, you know, it would be the same. Because this United, we've seen it so many times this season. 007 Mefman says, it's just amazing how teams always level up on us. Appreciate the contribution. You can do the same. Super chats, bottom, click the dollar sign. I'm all over the shop. I'm all over the shop. Appreciate the contribution. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, as well as we're on the road to 100k. We've got nearly 400 people watching, only 210 likes. I'll be getting phone calls from Josh in a second, or Mike Phelan himself, even though they're different people, saying, it's a disgrace, no, all that kind of stuff. It's a good Josh impression that I do, in fairness. It's one of my better ones. Wow. Oh, here we go, they're in again. Oh, the hair picks up the ball. That's my Josh impression. Wow. What a beautiful day for science. Again, not great. Ball over the top. Bruno, it's heavy touch. Ooh. Godfrey clears it. It's going to go out for a corner, it looks like. VK says, you're the MVP of this channel, Owen, just to cheer you up. I appreciate that, VK. I really do. I mean, I guess I'm kind of fortunate somewhat, is that I'm one of those people that if we lose, like it'll bother me a bit, but it doesn't ruin my day. But some people, you know, when you lose, that's the day and the weekend over. Tellez whips the ball into the box. Good corner, that. Maguire, oh. Why does he never win a header? Rashford. Oh, terrible. Come on, we can still do this. I might even believe myself in a second. Mike Phelan myself says it's a disgrace. It is a disgrace, Mike. You're going to be out of a job at the end of the season. Everton, 17th. Playing like prime Barcelona. Not because they're good, it's because we're crap. Wan-Bissaka, that'll be a goal kick. Yeah. Well, if it continues to be this poor, we'll just talk about something else. That's what we tend to do. We just tend to chat about something else. Who's been watching Moon Knight? First 2 episodes. Very good. I have enjoyed it, actually. Oscar Isaac is excellent. And thank God, because what was he? Apocalypse in X-Men. What a terrible film that was. I went to go watch that in 3D, and I think that's the last 3D film I've seen, because I just went, never again. And that weird, like, 3D came in. It'll come back in maybe, like, 20 years again. Oh, it's terrible. Bruno just gives it away. Is Alan. Ball over the top. Richarlison gets there first. Lindelof. Matic. Gets there. Tellez. Oh, my. I mean, he's just put a pass to Ronaldo. Ronaldo manages to keep it in, but it's just a terrible pass again. The quality, the technical quality is shocking. But what was I talking about? Man United down to 7th, with West Ham, Arsenal and Tottenham all still to play, by the way. Europa Conference League, here we come. I don't even know what the theme song is for the Europa Conference League. I think it's just the sound of like a whoopee cushion or something. Ball over the top. Oh, Rashford's a chance. How has he not got a touch on it? It's a great ball by Bruno. He's sort of going, literally, I put it on a plate for you, Marcus. That's what you're good at. Meals. He just misses the ball. What a chance. That is gilt edge. Red Baron with the super chat, appreciate the contribution, says, I think these players will give the same performance under Ten Hag. They didn't show professional pride. Club needs a purge. Well, he wants to have full and final decision on contracts and transfers, and he's going to need it. Because, I mean, and performances like this just gives him really more leverage, right? Just gives him complete more leverage, because he can say, like, well, what have you been doing? The people that have been in charge of contracts and transfers, what are you doing now? How's that worked? Paul Pogba gets booked. Josh says it's the Europa song. I mean, he wouldn't know because Arsenal aren't in Europe. I mean, I can only get those sort of jabs in for a few more months, so I've got to get the most of them. I got to get them out, because otherwise, got nothing else. Even to be honest, though, even that's lazy. The Europa Conference League, they just use the same as the Europa League. I'd be a bit fuming. I'd be like, wow, they should have their own theme song. They're not good enough to even be in Europa League. Oh, he says that's what the that's the Europa Conference League theme tune is. Na 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 na. Wow. That reminds me of something I was going to say to you, Josh, but I can't say it on the stream because it was an idea I had for the Flex and KG for the KO show. It was another idea I had. I got to write that down because I forgot to tell you about that. Occasionally, I'll see something and I will just message Josh and say, I really want this for the KO show. And it's the most ridiculous ideas. Corner for Everton. Headed away by Maguire. Yeah, in the notes. I remember that one. I remember if I made a note or not. Let me check. I have got a KO show notes section. Oh no, yeah, I had wrote it down. I just hadn't told you. Although we might get sued for copyright. if I want to do that idea. Mikolenko tries to take on Wan-Bissaka. Zayn Miyassi's here with the super sticker. I honestly, Zayn, like, I wish I could go back to you. I wish I could go back to you with like a funny, oh, Arsenal, but I can't because I'm not in the position. It's like someone who's a boxer. They've been knocked down 10 times and I'm sort of bleeding and my face is all smushed up and I'm like, you hit like a girl. I'm like, well, obviously I don't. And some girls hit really hard, you know, female boxers. Force another corner. Oh. He's back with another one. He says, game over. Honestly, Zayn, I agree. I agree. Steffi says, it's been in the works for a while. When's the KO show coming? I can't tell you. But it is. It's on the way. There are plans. There are plans for the KO show. The reason, to be honestly, the reason it's taking a bit longer is because there are certain parts of it we want to do that we haven't been able to do yet. So we want to make sure it's just completely different and different from anything on the channel or just, I guess, on YouTube. It's completely... Honestly, some of the ideas that I've spoken about with Josh and KG and Flex are crazy. Absolutely crazy. Like, me and KG were on the phone yesterday and we were just chatting. We weren't even chatting about the show. We were just chatting. And then KG sort of stopped me and went, I worry because we might get, like, our careers might be over. Ball into the box. It goes back to Wan-Bissaka. Oh. And again, like, that's no joke. Like, KG literally said that, like, I'm concerned. Like, we'll have one episode and then we'll get kicked off the channel or fired. Here's Iwobi. Tries a through ball. Wan-Bissaka manages to clear. Alvin says, hey Owen, is Flex coming to Melbourne for the tour? I can neither confirm or deny. It's going to be a very exciting summer though. Just in general, because I'm so tired of this season. I'm so tired of, you know, this squad. I'm so tired of performances like this. I'm just tired. Here's Pogba. You know, I give it away again. It goes to show my feelings on this game. It's been 10 minutes and I've done no commentary. Richarlison pulls it back. Oh, Godfrey. Oh, Lindelof blocks it, but he should do better, honestly. Everton fans are complaining for a foul, and they think on Richarlison. Oh, it's a poor pass by Bruno to Pogba again. Ugh. Richarlison's taking the piss with that. He's just been doing keepy-uppies on his head. That's embarrassing for Manchester United. The fact that a team at nearly the bottom of the table is willing to do keepy-uppies on his head and we can do nothing about it. I mean, honestly, what a violation. And guess what? We deserve it. They should be 2-0 up. Oh, look at him. Doing it on his head because, and that even goes to show, doesn't it? The lack of, we talk about press. Ralph Rangnick wanted United to have a gegenpress. Our press is so bad that you can have Richarlison juggling the ball on his head. Honestly. Oh. Here's Dalf. Iwobi. And just to go past, is that Tellez and Pogba? I'll tell you, nothing has changed. Honestly, nothing has changed. Here's Calvert-Lewin. Sancho. Here's Pogba. Rashford, that makes a short pass. Matic. United on the counter-attack. Ronaldo. It's just so easy. Honestly, it's so easy. Like, even as someone that's watching it, you don't have any faith that they're going to be able to do 2 or 3 passes together. The quality is just so far off. It's actually laughable. It's so sad. I mean, it's really, really sad how poor. Any nervousness or fear that Everton had's completely gone. Again, you would never know that they're at the bottom of the league and United are meant to be trying to challenge for the top 4 because it's just so far off. It's so far off. It's actually embarrassing. Honestly, absolutely embarrassing. And it honestly, I think about, because top 4 is gone, but I think about playing Liverpool a week on Tuesday and how frightening. Honestly, how frightening is that? Because that could be any scoreline for them. Definitely not for us, but for them. I mean, and look, let's be honest. I could go and score a goal because that's Everton are poor, but it really doesn't look like it. Oh, man. Sim1 Real says, you would think a good performance to keep your place when a new manager is coming in. But yeah. I mean, some people had said that. I mean, I asked the question a couple of times on some of the recent shows. Do you think that the Ten Hag news will provide a reaction or generate a reaction? Not really, because nothing has generated a reaction this season. Nothing. And it's just so deflating and so poor. And we got players. Quality can come out of nowhere. Pogba, Bruno Fernandes. Ball into the box. Ronaldo gives a thumbs up. Bruno wins that header. Ronaldo, Ronaldo, you could probably count on one hand the amount of time he's touched the ball today. I don't fault him, to be honest. I think the service, or the real lack of service he's got, has been, just sums up United. Wan-Bissaka down the right-hand side. Oh, Wan-Bissaka put it back. Oh, you did the hard part. It's gone out for a throw-in. But it just sums us up, really. It just sums it up. Even if we have a bit of positive play, I can't even bring myself to be like, oh, great. Because... Here's Ronaldo, 25 yards out. Tries to put in Matic. It's a Man United corner. 60 minutes gone. I mean, Pickford hasn't had to make any saves since those first couple in the first half, which again, were decent saves by Pickford, but he should be making them. Rashford should have had that chance from the Bruno long ball. He's gone short, Bruno. Tellez, I'm begging you to get the ball into the box. Ball blocked. It's just a waste of a set piece again, isn't it? Not that it would have really come to anything, but Tellez, ball into the box, flicked in. Seamus Coleman manages to barge off Lindelof. Sancho blocks a clearance. Here's Rashford again. Man, Rashford. And Seamus Coleman. Seamus Coleman's meant to be old. And Rashford can't get past him. Oh, my goodness. Wan-Bissaka. I mean, just about gets away with it and deals with it. But the crowd are up for it because Calvert-Lewin's showing something that United aren't. And that's, some sort of energy, pressure, pressing. United just nowhere near it. Ronaldo skips past Allen. Bit of a chance. Come on. Roll back the years. Tried too many step-overs. Easily dispossessed. What else is on at the moment? Can we watch? Matic. Tellez. Good ball in. Michael Keane manages to flick it away. But this is indicative of the problem, isn't it? It's that we've given a club that was so low on confidence, a team that was so low on confidence, we've given them something to hang on to. We've given them something to latch onto through our own lack of quality. And now we get to this point of the game where it's, United are putting on pressure. United are, trying to force it. United are looking like they might get a goal. And it's like, yeah, but it's the 62nd minute. Where has this been the whole game? Where? And this will lead to more stuff next week, this is why I think it was a couple of weeks ago, maybe in the full view, it was like, oh, at least it can't get worse. Of course it can. If you feel like you're at rock bottom, you always have to know that it can get lower. This is being realistic. Kyle says Rashford can't be worth more than 50 million in my opinion. The Grand National starts at 2, so that's going on. Never been my thing, racing. I'm kind of glad as well. Kind of frightens me, all that. Sancho, Wan-Bissaka put the ball into the box, but no one. Anthony Elanga's coming on, so is Juan Mata. Man. Mata's coming on for Matic. It speaks volumes, doesn't it? I mean, it speaks volumes. We're in April 2022, and a substitution to try and change the game is Juan Mata for Nemanja Matic. And Rashford off, Elanga on. More of the same for Rashford, really, wasn't it? It felt like maybe we were going to see something different. We had two shots, Pickford save, header. Both, I would say, more comfortable saves. First one was more of a sort of a shot by Rashford, but more of the same from Rashford. Here's Elanga. It takes on. Oh, side net him. Erica says, looking for topics. What about the golf? Yes, the Masters. I saw that Tiger Woods is back. Don't mind a bit of the golf. Man, honestly. What can you do? What can you do? Having to sit through all of this, I'm telling you. Brutal. Bobby G with the contribution, appreciate that, says, hard work beats talent. We are a talented team, but we don't want to work. I mean, the problem is, Bobby G, is I feel like whilst Everton are clearly working harder than us and want it more than us, I think there are a lot of people in our side that think they're more talented than they really are. Honestly, the difference in quality in some of these players is not as high as you would think. Or certainly they think. And the evidence is there. It really is. Ronaldo. Here's Elanga. Ronaldo. Edge of the box. Bruno Fernandes. Everything's just so slow. Pogba. Tellez, Pogba. Oh no, goes to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno crosses it in. Back post. Wan-Bissaka puts it across goal. Oh. Godfrey clears it. Everton deal with it, and now they're on the counter-attack. And it kind of just sums us up. It really does. It just sums us up. Richarlison gives it away. Okay, so energy, Pogba. Why are you strolling? Like, you've just got the ball back from a mistake and we're walking. It's walking football. Where is any kind of energy or tempo? Where Mata? Elanga. Mata. Tellez. Taken by Pickford. Man, honestly. It's painful. It's like pulling teeth watching this performance. Absolutely painful. Go on then, kick the ball, Pickford. Jeez, how long are you going to take? To be honest, it doesn't matter. Wan-Bissaka. They're all on the pitch pointing. Pass it to him, do all that kind of stuff. How about do something? How about move the ball quickly? How about try a 1-2 pass? How about get the ball into space? How about not passing it sideways or backwards or pointing what everyone else should be doing and do it yourself? Pogba tries the ball, pass the ball forward, gives it away. Oh, and he's given a foul away. It's just, and this is the thing, like with Pogba, there's no doubt he's a talented player, but like he's got a contract of 400k on the table. You can't tell me like the performance he's done today is worth 400k. Honestly. Demarai Gray's going to come on for Everton. It's just like we're not even chasing the game. Not even chasing the game. It's so flat. Everton get a throw in. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. On the road to 100k. We can get something positive out of today. Everton throw in. Coleman about to throw it back into play. And again, it's like speaks volume. This has been Everton side conceding goals for fun. And we are just no threat at all. Oh, Maguire just gives it to Gordon. Cuts it back. Oh, Wan-Bissaka clears it. It's just so poor. Like, just it's nowhere near good enough. Maguire gives the ball away again. It's just horrific. Absolutely horrific. He's in. Calvert-Lewin. Oh, De Gea gets it. It's embarrassing. It's so bad. Swap places with Everton, I'm telling you. It's where you deserve to be on this performance. Here's Pogba. And it's like... Where is any movement? Alanga's trying to do a bit of movement off the ball. Mata. Alanga. Cross blocked. Here's Tellez. Cuts the ball back. Bruno tried a volley. It's gone out for a corner. Come on. Man United corner. We can actually have a decent delivery. Don't go short. Put the ball. Oh, it's gone short. Mata. Oh, it's just such a waste. It's another corner. Just get the ball in the box, man. So with this short corner, you did it on the other side. It went to nothing. Just get the ball in the box. Oh, he's gone short. Ball in. Maguire. Lindelof. I might hit his hand. Alanga goes over the bar. Oh, honestly, I apologise, guys, for being such a misery guts and moaning all the time, but there is just nothing positive. There is literally nothing positive in this performance. It's so bad. It's so bad. Oh, my goodness. And like the commentary team sort of saying, well, United got quality and it does feel like maybe they push hard. Mate, you haven't been watching United all season. There is nothing like any kind of redeemable. It's just absolutely shambolic. And I sympathise for Ralph. I do, because what can you do? Well, what can you do, honestly? Dele Alli smiling on the bench. Good for him. I'm actually winning a game. Everton conceded a ton of goals from set pieces and corners this season. So what do? Go for like 3 short corners in a row where none of them make it into the box. Ralph's trying to say, come on. There's players like, oh no. Mata wins the ball back. Yeah, that's a miracle. Here's Sancho. Into the box. Tellez cuts the ball back. Sancho with the throw in. Here's Bruno Fernandes. Bruno. Here's Maguire. Even that was like behind Lindelof. Honestly. Tellez. Mata. There is 2 players in the box. There is Ronaldo and is that Alanga? Sancho. Bruno. It's not a free kick. Bruno, get up. And goes out for an Everton throw because we can't pass the bloody ball. Oh, my goodness. We're trying to get crosses into the box, right? We're going down the wings, yet there's 1 player in the box. That adds up, doesn't it? That's good. Man. It's when you see Everton nearly score when they cut it back. But honestly. And the thing is, Everton will play games for the rest of the season. Was there like 7 games left after today? And they might lose the rest of their games because that's how bad they are. But today, it's not even the fact that they're playing really well. We force everyone to play well because we're so crap. We can't manage a game. We can't manage a pass. It's just, honestly, it's so sad. It really is so sad. What a sad performance. Sound like that guy at the end of Come Dine With Me. Oh, Godfrey tries to take on Tellez. Right, you've got the ball back now. Come on, actually move. And just, again, walking football. Ball over the top. I'll go straight back to Pickford. Why are we trying that? Why are we trying those kind of passes? Just break with a bit of pace. Why are we walking, looking around? Where's the pass? Maybe I'll do it in a minute. Maybe I'll do it in a minute. Maybe I'll do that pass. It's just so bad. And it's just so sad. Pickford goes long. Gordon's got a yellow card after going in on Sancho. SCJ Matthew says Everton have won 3 out of 23. Theo SG says everyone gets their win versus Everton. Easy 3 points, but no, not Man United. Just rubbish. Just terrible. And look, if we lose this match, which looks like it, and then we'll do this thing in about 10, 15 minutes time when it's the end of the match. United are pushing for that equaliser. Well, what else have they been doing the entire game? Nothing. And if we lose this game, it's because we deserve to. You know? Because we deserve. We haven't done anything to deserve to win today's game or even get a point. We honestly just looks like a team that could not be bothered. And you can talk about possession. United have had 67% possession, and what have we done with it? Everton looked like the team that looked more likely to score. Great. That might be a penalty. John Moss says no. VAR will look at it. It looked clumsy from Tellez. It looked really clumsy. Pogba. Here comes Ronaldo. Well, I want to play on that. Alanga, that's a corner. Just don't go short, for goodness sake. We'll have another look at it. No, he dives. It's not a foul. Nah, it's never ever a penalty. He hangs his leg out to try and get contact and he barely gets it. Shut up, Martin Keown. Neighbours are coming together. No rent. Shut up, Frank. Go to the 4th official. Watch it again. Mata with the corner. Bruno Fernandes passes it out to Tellez. Ball into the box. Pickford will come and get it. Who's putting any pressure on him? Nobody. No point booing John Moss. Got the decision right. Godson16 says Bebe and Manuccio would be disappointed if they couldn't make this team. Bring back Obertan. They played midweek as well, Everton, and they lost. Bruno, Pogba, Mata, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka, Alanga, ball into the box over Ronaldo's head. Maguire, it's not a foul. Maguire. Here's Alanga again. Take him on. Get the ball into the box. Ball stays in. Go on, get the... Mata. Oh, it's given away by... Richarlison tackles Wan-Bissaka. I mean, that's a foul. It just sums up Man United. Technically, just all over the place. No heart, no tempo, no nothing. Clumsy, silly... CJK Digital says, what about Cleberson? Get him in. What about Bellion? Bring him back. I saw Bellion score a goal at Old Trafford. I went to a game, it was Man United at home to Tottenham, and we won 3-0. And Ronaldo scored, and I think Bellion scored, and it was really, really windy. There was like just this circling of rubbish on the pitch. It was like super windy, and all the trains were cancelled, and you had like... these like high buildings and all the windows had cracked and all that kind of stuff. That was like 2003. About 10 minutes to go. I started the stream by saying, hello darkness, my old friend. And I mean, visionary. Alan. King goes long. Just shepherd it out. Go out for a goal kick. Looks like Decore's coming on for Everton. Pogba. Sancho. Ronaldo. Pogba has a shot. Oh, I thought it was going to come back to Mata. Does well to hold it. I mean, I say that. It's a comfortable save again, let's be honest. That's the only frustrating thing, isn't it, about when you hear, commentators and all that kind of stuff. Keeper had no chance. Well, he did. Does well to hold it. Should hold it. Richarlison, he slips. De Gea throws it out to Sancho. Right, Sancho running forward. First time United have actually shown some pace. Come on, Ronaldo. Don't slow it down. Pogba, and then it just becomes again. Right, back into the shape. Sideways, slow. It's painful. It really is painful. Mata. Here's Tellez. Mata again. Maguire. De Gea rushing out for it. Here's Bruno Fernandes. In the centre circle, behind the entire team. Good ball to Sancho. Sancho's in the box. Where are you going with it? Where are you going? Sancho puts it back. Mata. Oh. For a second, maybe. Get up. Mata. Get back on side, Sancho, man. Tellez. Ball into the box. I'm sick and tired of these crosses into the box because there's one person in the box and even the crosses aren't even going to the guy's head. So why are we bothering? They're happy for us. They're happy for us to have these crosses. Maguire, don't have a shot. Don't do it. Oh. Blocked by Seamus Coleman. But literally, like, and I'm not tooting my own horn here, but what did I say? Like, last 10 minutes, United are pushing for that equaliser. Sancho cuts it back. Tellez. It's Wan-Bissaka. Oh, blocked. It's gone out for a corner. No. And they'll go like, oh, you see, you know, Everton are defending them for their lives and all this kind of stuff. I mean, oh. King KB says, we need to spam the like button like they spam the crosses. Exactly. Smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Delph comes off for Decore. I don't know. Man United like Oprah Winfrey. Literally. You get points. You get points. You get a win. You get a draw. You need points? We got points going for you. Like a used car salesman. You need any points? We're giving them away. Was it like 1 win out of our last 6? Now it'll be 1 win out of our last 7. Sums us up. Six minutes to go plus stoppage time. Give us another 90. And even then, I'd be like, I don't know if we're going to score. It's just terrible. Absolutely terrible. Ronaldo. Pogba. Wan-Bissaka. Pogba, it's going to go out for a goal kick. It's not a foul. It's not a foul, Pogba. It's just rubbish. It's just like, I can't even describe it that much more. It's just rubbish. We could be here until next season with this group of players. We're not scoring. We're just not. Absolutely rubbish. And even at this point, look, even if we get an equaliser, what does that do? Nothing. No more slip-ups, right? Got to win every game. I remember Marcel saying in the full view a couple of weeks ago, these 3 games were the winnable games. Then we get to play Liverpool, and that's when maybe, get a draw or maybe lose that one. We can't even win the easy ones. Can't beat Leicester at home. Can't beat Everton away. Heaven forbid when we play Liverpool away. Heaven forbid when we play Arsenal away. Ronaldo just volleyed the ball into the crowd. Although I think it was actually at the United dugout. Even he's pissed off. He's been booked for it. He's absolutely smashed it at the dugout. Maybe knock some sense into him. James says, I'm calling Marcel live next. Lots to answer for. JK says, sell most of this team as a job lot and restart again. Just so bad. So bad. At this point, I have to question Ralph Rangnick. Is he a good manager? Honestly, I don't even think it's on him. I think at this stage of the season, with this group of players, with their mentality, with their actual will and want to win, I don't think it matters. I really don't think it matters which person is in there making decisions at this point, because they're done. They're just done. For them, the season ended after they lost to Atletico. Honestly. That's all right, Jordan. Take as long as you want. It doesn't matter. There's no need to time waste, Pickford. We're not scoring. Mank says, you can't expect to win every match, Owen. It's the Premier League. Every match is hard. That is true, Mank. You can't expect to win every match, but United don't win any. Let alone not everyone. They don't win any. It's not a case of... And also, when you're Manchester United and you're playing a team that's 17th, it doesn't matter if they're away from home or not. You should be expected to beat them. Even when you're trying to challenge for top 4, you should be beaten. We at least try to. We don't win any games. I think I went out. And if you've got a talented group of players, which again at this point you have to question, you should expect to win the majority of your games if they put any form of effort into it. But they don't. They don't. They don't put any effort in. Martin Keogh said, cover for the hour, cover for the bad. Talking about Gordon. I think he might be talking about Maguire. Honestly. Bruno's just passed it to Iwobi. You can see this ending 2-0, to be honest, and Everton celebrating. This is the catalyst to keep us up. And here I was saying before the game, this is the game where you want to have a dominant performance and a really emphatic result. Yet the other way round... And there might be people on social media that try and blame Ralph, but that guy's not to blame. He's not. He came in, he tried. He wanted to try and change things and come in with fresh ideas and approach it a different way. And the players shook their head and went boo-boo face, no thank you. And, Roy Keane says leopards don't change their spots. And a lot of these players haven't. And when is enough enough? Honestly, when is enough enough? Because it's just shambolic. It really is. And you have to feel bad for Erik ten Hag, honestly, coming in. Because he's got to be looking at this going like, possession football? Possession? They can't keep the ball. They don't want to run. And Manchester United don't have no team has a divine right to win every match. They don't. But at the very, very, very least, United fans expect application, And people will talk about wages, and you're meant to be on those wages because you're some of the best players in the world, but you're not. The wage is not reflective. Ronaldo, who again has been a ghost, but I think, you have to say, he's a 37-year-old man who our attempt at servicing Ronaldo today has been, let's just smash a ball over his head from crosses when he's the only person in the box. Stephen Grant with the contribution. Appreciate the contribution. Isn't that the guy from Moonlight? Is that one of the alter egos? Am I wrong? There's Mark Spector and it's Stephen. It might be. Tellez tries again. A cross into the box. Maguire. Ronaldo. Oh. Saved by Pickford. It's right at him. It was Tellez ball into the box. And it's Ronaldo. A little bit of a deflection, actually. It deflects it actually just straight at him. He doesn't know anything really about it. Stephen Grant says, play the kids, forgot to add the text, I'm so mad. Don't worry, I got you, Stephen. Appreciate the contribution, mate. We're less than 20 likes, well, just over 20 likes away from 300. So if you haven't already, let's actually do something. And let's see if we can do something United can't. And that's like achieve goals. Something, you know. Let's see if we can achieve something that United haven't, maybe. See if we can do that. Give us something to celebrate. We got the likes we wanted. Oh, dear. .90 seconds left. Even if we equalise, you know, top four's over anyway, but we don't deserve it. Everton deserve their victory today. There is nothing redeemable about Manchester United at this point. Absolutely nothing redeemable. Raz says, we got the likes we wanted. That's the Glazers saying every day. Exactly. Maguire's gone down. Free kick. Rory says, Owen has given up, man. I literally just so deflated at this point. Like, even if we equalise, I don't think I'd celebrate, because what's there to celebrate? Oh, great. We managed to get a late equaliser against a team that could barely win a match before today. Oh, great. Buzzing. Ball into the box. Pickford comes out a punch. We don't deserve to equalise. We don't. We deserve exactly what we're getting right now. Absolutely, we deserve what we're getting. The only people that deserve better are the fans. Maguire hooks it in. Cleared. Like I said, here we go again. Oh, United are putting on pressure in the last minute. Great. I've heard it again. Play Freebird. Full time. Manchester United drop more points. Manchester United lose against Everton. Everton 1. Manchester United 0. More of the same, folks. More of the same. Same song, different week. Same outcome, different week. Same terrible performance, lackluster performance, different week. It's just the same old same with Manchester United. It's never ending. People said, it can't get lower this for Manchester United. It certainly can. It will continue. Heaven forbid when we play Liverpool a week on Tuesday. We've got to play Norwich next week. That's not even a given anymore. Because even they're bottom of the league. And we can't who knows what Manchester United are going to do, honestly. Top 4 is dead. Absolutely dead. For the second week in a row, can Manchester United ask a question of their top 4 rivals? Don't be so silly. Don't be so silly. Of course we can't ask a question of our top 4 rivals. We can't even ask a question of ourselves, let alone other people, let alone other teams. And Manchester United are just getting exactly what they deserve. Not what the fans deserve, but certainly what they deserve, what the players deserve. Because if you put in performances like that, if you don't put in any form of application, and maybe this is just the quality reflecting it. Maybe this is just reflecting their quality. Maybe it's just that. But it's just ultimately not good enough, and it's not befitting of Manchester United. And it's just sad at this point. It's not surprising. I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked. So many people this week, so many people said it doesn't matter how bad Everton are. It doesn't matter how terrible they've been playing recently. It doesn't matter that they lost to Burnley in the week. It doesn't matter that they've been conceding goals for fun. It's because we'll make them look good and we won't even try as hard as them. It's just absolutely embarrassing. And I'm not having social media posts. I'm not having about good weeks of training. I'm not having it because some of these players, honestly, with the application that they're showing right now, it's embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. And it's just sad. It's really sad. you know. I don't blame Ralph Rangnick because I feel like he's a guy that tried and the players just kind of wagged their finger and went, no, no, no. And we see the same every single week. And we've got games coming up where it's going to get embarrassing, honestly. You know, I said before, like, oh, is this rock bottom? No, it really is not. We've got to play Liverpool at Anfield. Are you kidding me? We've got to play Arsenal away. We've got to play Chelsea again. The Man United players gave up on this season after they lost to Atletico. We might as well just forfeit the rest of the games, honestly. We might as well forfeit the rest of the games this season because the results will be the same. And it's incredibly sad. It really is. And Manchester United, a lot of these players, you know, people were talking about, are we going to see a reaction? Are we going to see a reaction from the news about Erik ten Hag this week? Are we going to see a reaction of players fighting for their place? No, they're fighting to get to the door, to leave. That's what they're looking at. Because United this season, it's not even a sinking ship. It's at the bottom of the ocean. And it's us fans that are trying to grasp for air as we're drowning with them. And it's just incredibly sad. Anyway, guys, look, we'll wrap it up there. KG will be with DJ and James in about 15 minutes or so for the full-time view. You won't have to go anywhere as well. You'll be directed straight to the stream. But it's just incredibly sad. It's incredibly embarrassing. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner as well. Road to 100k. And a lot of these Manchester United players have to look in the mirror. And they're not going to be happy with the reflection that they're seeing. And I'm not happy with just looking at them. And it's not, again, it's not surprising. That is the sad thing. This isn't surprising. This isn't shocking. How many Man United fans, quickly in the chat here, how many Man United fans are actually genuinely surprised by this? We've seen it all season. Frankly, it would have been a surprise if we had been comfortable and won the game 2 or 3-0. That would have been shocking. This is not shocking. This is not surprising. It's par for the course. It's the Masters weekend. That's absolutely par for the course. Again, it's slow passing. It's a 37-year-old go up front that we're trying to just continually just spam crosses to, even though the crosses don't go anywhere near him. It's short corners that don't even make it into the box. It's passing that just goes out for touch. It's not being able to keep the ball for 5 seconds, let alone 5 minutes. Possession football? Are you kidding me? Erik ten Hag's going to be looking at that going, possession? They can't even keep it for 5 seconds, let alone, more than that. It's absolutely shambolic. And at this point, look, Ralph Rangnick's going to be an advisor, a consultant, whatever it may be. I'd be straight on the phone to Erik ten Hag going, I'd get rid of him. Right? Erik ten Hag's going, I want full command. I want full say on transfers and contracts. And if the United board have the gall to go back to Erik ten Hag and say, well, it doesn't really work like that around here, I'd go back and say, well, it's not really working around here at all, is it? It's not working at all around here. Because what we've been doing for the last decade obviously hasn't been working. So you know what? Give Erik ten Hag what he wants. Give Erik ten Hag final say on players and contracts. Because maybe then all of them will leave. Maybe all of them will leave. I said yesterday with the remaining games of the season, I can't remember how many points did I say? 13? We'd be lucky. We would be lucky if we got 13 points between now and the end of the season. And I said it before, the Premier League table, a league table, it doesn't lie. You are exactly where you deserve, and you get what you deserve. And Manchester United are getting exactly what they deserve. They can point to possession and stuff like that today, right? We had nearly 70% possession, but what did we do? What did we actually do? Nothing. Jordan Pickford, they could go, he made some great saves. All of them, if they go in, you're looking at Pickford anyway. And it's just sad. It really is sad. And nobody has a divine, and that's part of the problem as well. Some of these players think they have the divine right to win a game of football just because they're a Manchester United player. I put on this shirt, therefore we win, right? Because we're Manchester United. No, there is application. There is meant to be some kind of hard work. There's meant to be quality. You can talk about some of these players being, on astronomical contracts. Paul Pogba, he's got a 400k a week offer on the table. And I'm not just going in on him individually, but a lot of these players, I would say, man, you are just not worth it. You're really not worth the money. And if I'm Ralph Rangnick now, I make a statement. I say, you know what? I tried with you. I trusted you during my interim period here. The Champions League is gone. The league, who cares at this point? You get what you deserve. Under 23s, swap them. Bring them in. At least they'll try. You know? At least they'll try. Harry Maguire, again, it's not even a question of, is he good enough to be captain of Manchester United? Is he good enough to even be at Manchester United? Forget the transfer fee, because it doesn't matter at this point. We're not getting that money back ever. You know, it's a guy that, and again, the ball comes off him, a deflection. People say, well, he can't do anything about that. It doesn't even matter. Why is it always him? Why is it always him? You know, and even if you want to take out that goal, he's passing the ball into touch, doing a sideways pass. You know, and they might come out of the game and say, oh, we had injuries. It doesn't matter. Come on. Injuries, schminjuries, right? What does that mean? This is an Everton side that played against Burnley in midweek, and Burnley wanted it more than us, right? Everton beat us today because they were better than us. And I said it at halftime, if you were to look, honestly, if you had no idea about football and you're watching it with one of your friends, one of your family members, they went, I have no idea what's going on in the Premier League this season. You said, look, one of these teams is meant to be pushing for top 4. The other teams are meant to be fighting relegation. You'd come out of that going, what, Man United are going to get relegated this season? You go, no, they're meant to be the better side. They're meant to be the better side, Manchester United. And we're not. We're just not. And what more can you say? What more needs to be said? They were all awful. We're the new banter club at this point. If this was happening to another club, well, like it used to happen to, say, Arsenal or whatever, we all laughed at them, but we deserve to get laughed at because we are a joke. Like, that's it. We are a joke. That performance was a joke, you know, and that's it. That's just the sad reality of Manchester United, is that we're just not good enough. And some of these players can maybe do the posts on social media. I'm sure there'll be stories in the week, and some of them will be true and some of them will be false about, you know, player training and negative morale. Well, the morale should be negative because you're Man United and you're going to finish like 8th or 9th in the league, which is where you deserve. You should be embarrassed. I'd be embarrassed to be doing social media posts. I'd be embarrassed to do anything of that nature. And Erik ten Hag can say 5-year plan. 5 years, you know? 5 years to be able to pass the ball 5 yards. Sounds about right. Realistically, sounds about right. And it's just not good enough. We mentioned before, can you even ask a question of your top 4 rivals? No, of course we can't ask a question. Instead of asking a question, we sit there in silence. Absolute silence, because we've got nothing to say. And these players should have nothing to say. And that's ultimately the problem. Anyway, guys, look, I'm going to get out of here for my blood pressure because I feel like I'm turning into that article in The Simpsons, Grandpa Simpson, you know, old man screams at the thin air or something like that, because I am probably screaming at thin air because I saw a bunch of ghosts out on the pitch this afternoon. Absolutely just sad and embarrassing. As I mentioned, guys, you won't have to go anywhere. KG's going to be live with the guys for the full-time view in about 15 minutes or so. Be sure to smash a like on your way out, but a housekeeping. Be sure to subscribe as well, bottom right-hand corner. And try your very best, I suppose, to have a decent Saturday. Don't let it get you down, but it's tough. I'm out of here. Peace.